Belize, wake up Belize. Another day is here. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize. Voice of opinion and place your calling. WB, get up, make every day count. Don't waste it, people. Do your part, play around, get where you need to. You can tune in for work or in your vehicle. If you got a problem, pick up the phone. Why wait till the time calling? It's the show with no matter even if you're at home. Just call in. WB, wake up Belize, wake up Belize. Another day is here. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize. Voice of opinion and place your calling. WB, be yourself, see yourself. This is the show, my people. Belize our hopes so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out, this the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah. No respect on selfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes. WB, and all the things that will happen and not got blue skies. I love it when people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite. Belize, yeah. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize. Another day is here. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize. Voice of opinion and place your calling. WB. Belize, wake up Belize. Another day is here. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize. Voice of opinion and place your calling. WB, be yourself, see yourself. This is the show, my people. Belize our hopes so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out, this the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah. No respect on selfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes. WB, and all the things that will happen and not got blue skies. I love it when people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite. Belize, yeah. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize. Another day is here. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize. Voice of opinion and place your calling. WB, get up, make every day count. Don't waste it, people. Do your part, play around, get where you need to. You can tune in for work or in your vehicle. If you got a problem, pick up the phone. Why wait till the time calling? It's the show with no matter even if you're at home. Just call in. WB, wake up Belize, wake up Belize. Another day is here. Wake up Belize.
Good morning, Belize. Welcome to the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes for today, Monday, the 1st of June, 2026. I'm Mose, right here on Creme Radio and on XTV as we bring you Belize's premier morning conversation, Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes, and of course, this is all about the mission to get you on the airwaves, engaging in conversation. That's our purpose. Before we get there, of course, we've got to do the warm-ups, and of course, we have to have the mannered. So let me welcome you all to our house, listeners of Creme Radio, viewers of XTV. To those who have our apps on their devices, they have downloaded our apps. They're there. They're available, free. You just got to download it, and you can walk around with Creme Radio on XTV, wherever you are, once you are linked to the net. To those who get us on our social media streams, that's you can get us on Facebook, get us on YouTube, give thanks. And for those on our simulcast coverage network, wherever it is, however it is you're getting it, we want to welcome you to our house. We hope that you have excellent health. We hope your energy is extremely high, your vibes positive, and of course, we hope your morning might be busy, but you have only space for we. Lovely. We can work with that. Trust me. As we start the morning here at 3304 Mandela Drive, we have the warm-ups. That means we have a little bit of morning news for you. But before we do the morning news, we turn to the folks at the National Meteorological Service. It's June 1st. You know, it's not exactly a day we celebrate around here, but it's a day we can't ignore. So we will turn to the National Met Service. We've got forecaster Tariq Matthews to tell you all about today's general weather forecast.
Good morning, Belize. Today marks the official start of the 2026 Atlantic Basin hurricane season, and we at the National Met Service of Belize would like to remind everyone to have their hurricane preparedness plans in place as the season gets going. Our latest radar imagery showed a few thunderstorms currently affecting the country, specifically over southern parts of the Belize district, Orange Walk, and San Pedro. Moist and unstable conditions continues to linger over the country. The 24-hour forecast: cloudy skies at times today and tonight. A few showers and thunderstorms will likely continue mainly over central and northern areas this morning while decreasing. Then, a few showers or thunderstorms could redevelop and affect some inland areas this afternoon and mostly over the south tonight. Elsewhere, shower activity will be generally isolated. The maximum temperatures for today will reach 88 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 92 inland, and 81 up in hills. The low temperatures for tonight will drop to around 80 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 75 inland, and 68 up in the hills. The winds will be from the east-southeast at 10 to 20 knots, and the sea conditions will be moderate. A high tide will occur this morning at 9:54, followed by a low tide this evening at 5:36, another high tide tonight at 11:41, and another low tide early tomorrow morning at 4:24. The sun will set this evening at 6:23 and will rise early tomorrow morning at 5:17. The moon will set this morning at 4 minutes after 6 and will rise tonight at 7:50. The outlook for Tuesday and Tuesday night: skies will be cloudy at times with generally isolated showers or thunderstorms. In the tropical weather outlook, tropical cyclone activity is not expected over our area during the next 48 hours. For a review of our forecast and other products, please visit our website at nms.gov.bz. Our next forecast comes out at 12 p.m. this afternoon. With that, we end this morning's forecast from the Belize National Met Service.
The first private radio in Belize since 1989, Creme FM presents the news. Informative, accurate, current information, local, regional, and international news, weather and sports. And now, the news.
And now, your morning news. The family of Dr. Naum Bonnier, who was fatally shot Friday morning in Belmopan, has organized a rally for justice set for today at 5 p.m. The march along the Ring Road will begin at the Emporium building at number 1 Nimli Punit Street. Former UDP chairman Alberto August was detained at his Santa Elena home at around 1 Saturday afternoon after he wrote on Facebook in Oscar Mira's deepest voice, followed by a question which states that Dr. Naum Bonnier does not live in Belmopan. Dr. Bonnier was originally from Valley of Peace. The post was accompanied by photos of Bonnier and Mira. The post plays on a controversy in February when both Mira and the Belmopan mayor stated that 2 murder victims were not from Belmopan and that violence followed them there. A victim's mother later revealed that her son was in fact a Belmopan resident. Minister Mira responded Friday night in a statement rejecting what he deemed an attribution, saying he would not allow falsehoods to go unchallenged and that all legal recourse would be pursued. The minister's brother also responded angrily to August's post, stating, "I would take a charge if I see him. I really would. that post has since been taken down. Many reacted with shock at the detention over this satirical post on the sensitive issue. Reports are that at least 8 police officers arrived at his house with a search warrant for guns and ammunition. August was charged with using a computer system to disseminate a false statement. According to the Commissioner of Police, malicious posts and manipulated media meant to deliberately damage someone's reputation or incite hostility is not considered protected speech under the Cybercrime Act. Former opposition leader Mose said he's disturbed by August's detention for exercising his freedom of speech. He added that the weaponization of cyberbullying laws to persecute and silence political opponents should not be accepted in our democracy, and that criticizing ministers and other elected officials should not result in being jailed. He added, public criticism of public officials is the hallmark of a strong democracy, as political leaders will have to accept that we will be subjected to harsh criticisms, sometimes even unfounded. However, when the police minister uses the police to arrest his political opponent for criticizing him on Facebook, this strikes at the very heart of freedom of speech and the fabric of our democracy, where political opponents must be allowed to dissent and criticize the government loudly. For her part, the leader of the opposition, Tracy Panton, says the government is abusing its authority and using the law to silence criticism and divert attention from its failures. Today, June 1st, marks the official start of the Atlantic Basin hurricane season, and the public is urged to have a hurricane plan in place. It is expected that a strong El Nino will result in below average storm activity in the Atlantic Basin, given that the Pacific phenomenon increases wind shear, which usually suppresses hurricane formation. However, the National Meteorological Service always insists that one storm can be devastating, and warmer than average ocean surface temperatures must also be factored in. 8 to 14 named storms are projected for the 2026 Atlantic hurricane season, with 3 to 6 expected to become hurricanes. 1 to 3 major hurricanes are expected. In a brief statement last Wednesday, CARICOM's Council for Foreign and Community Relations expressed profound concern about the United States intensifying pressures on Cuba and reminded that the mounting hardships facing the Cuban people also seriously impact CARICOM nationals studying in Cuba and living there. COFCOR affirmed Cuba's sovereign right to import and receive fuel and condemned the obstruction of energy supplies to Cuba. The Council also reaffirmed that the Caribbean is a zone of peace and expressed alarm about the recent suggestion of a possible military strike against Cuba. It wrote, any such action would inflict unnecessary human suffering, impose grave material costs, and fundamentally destabilize the security architecture of the entire Caribbean region. COFCOR maintains that Cuba poses no threat to any nation and affirms that the continued application of these unilateral coercive measures constitutes an unjustifiable violation of human rights, the principles of free trade, and the fundamental norms governing relations among sovereign states. Notably, the statement carries a disclaimer from Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago, who reserved their positions on the statement. 2 men died Saturday as a result of a traffic accident and secondary collision in Independence near the Forestry Department office. Reports are that 38-year-old Andy August of Independence was driving a gray and silver Mazda Tribute in the direction of Independence when 26-year-old Elmer Carl of Red Bank Village crashed into the vehicle. He sustained severe injuries and died at the scene. Moments later, Customs Officer 51-year-old Herson Raul Cruz of Independence Village, who was driving a Milam scooter, crashed into the front door of the Mazda Tribute. He too was flung from his scooter and sustained fatal injuries. There was yet a third collision at the scene when another motorist, 59-year-old Ines Flores of Bella Vista Village, stopped to render aid. A white Ford pickup driven by 54-year-old Leroy July of Bella Vista crashed into the rear of Flores' vehicle. That ends the morning news. We take ourselves a break. When we come back on the other side, we are going to be open for the business of conversation right here on Creme Radio and XTV. We'll be right back.
Informative, accurate, current information. Creme's newscast. Local, regional, and international news. Weather and sports.
At Atlantic Bank, your convenience is our priority. Our contact center is designed to enhance your banking experience. With a wide range of customer service options, you save time and effort. You can easily call in to block or unblock your debit and credit cards, perform account inquiries, and access detailed card information. Whether you need assistance with online banking, merchant support, or general inquiries, our team is ready to help. For added convenience, if all operators are busy, you can leave your number and an operator will return your call as soon as possible to ensure you receive the support you need. Depending on your transaction type, we may need to verify your identity through a set of security questions. And remember, Atlantic Bank will never request your username or password for Atlantic Online via phone call, text, or email, ensuring your personal information remains safe and secure. Our support team is available Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in both English and Spanish. Simply dial 223-1212. This is a dedicated line for our contact center. Atlantic Bank is committed to providing you with exceptional service and the tools you need to manage your finances conveniently and securely. Take full advantage of our easy-to-use contact center services today.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Life moves fast. Your connection should keep up. Need more credit? More data? A flex bundle that fits your lifestyle? With Smart Prepaid, they're a prepaid option for every lifestyle and budget, making it easy to stay connected wherever you are. Because with Smart Prepaid, you can connect on your terms. Purchase credit, data, flex bundles, prepaid plans, and all your favorite prepaid services at any Smart agent, Smart showroom, or simply dial *100 key. No stress, no waiting. Just fast, easy, convenient ways to stay connected every day. Smart Prepaid. Connect on your terms.
Amandala is now online. You can now access Amandala's midweek and weekend issues online by logging on to our website at amandala.com.bz/news and joining our membership portal today. There's 5 easy steps to get unlimited access to weekly e-paper, archive publications, and a host of other exclusive contents. Number 1, go to Amandala's website. Number 2, navigate to subscribed areas. Number 3, choose a membership level. Number 4, check out using our secured portal. Number 5, log into the members only section. Telephone numbers 501-280-4703 or 202-4477. Fax us at 501-222-4702, or you could email at amandalapress@yahoo.com or amandalapress@gmail.com. Amandala, all power to the people.
All right, welcome back. This is Wake Up Billy's Morning Vibes for today, Monday, the 1st of June, 2026. We got to welcome you back. And while we take great pride in giving you the morning news daily, weekdays, and the weather forecast, this is the part right here. This is the part where we get up early for condo, engaging in conversation. And we can't have a conversation by ourselves. We really need you to start make the phone sing. Make you sing. Just call. The number here at 280-5848. That is the direct line for you to participate in the conversation. Krem, good morning, WB.
Morning, my brother.
Good morning, sir.
What's up?
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Well, you know the state of emergency look for over now.
Okay.
I mean, and it's so you know, it's so you they give out the problem right now because they're talking on the street that what they want to do now without all these unemployed gang figures. That level of what we did. Most for the time I see this program was the program, let's give it credit. The plan was good. The idea behind the plan was good because some of these individuals cannot and will not get a job, a real job, due to them back home. Fine, the government come up with an idea way back when. Right? Same program, just different name. And Mose said that to say this, to say that. These brothers have to give credit where it's due, and I have to be responsible for their action. I'm emerging there, and I understand the situation in our part of the country, or our part of the city. But the reality is was to create a job in your community so you have the income every week to mind your kid, to take care of household, to take care of siblings, to take care of loved one. That was the plan. And in return, all you have to do to keep your neighborhood clean. It was working for a long time, and it was all over the media. But the reality that the brothers don't want to accept, and me and they go through back and forth in the street for this because they don't want to accept the wrong fault, which is if they create employment for you, then in giving back, do the work, man. But when you don't do the work, I want to collect money. You're the guys on Black Hype on the program, and they open up one room when they done the close. And people are watching these things. And people say, listen to me. I understand everything and I respect it, but the reality is that the free money everybody get, man. Then you have the youth out there, so we don't got nothing to do with God. Youth way, maybe drop out of college. Youth way got issues so much. Youth way with a one-on-one job. They get on the sideline. They don't believe in their head that you have to kick up dust and give problem to make you get their attention, to make you get employed. Now the table turn. They get tired of that. You know what I'm saying? LIU, they don't have the program structure in order. And that's why it's failing. I never sit down here and say, when I give you result, do give you good result, okay. The proof is there. A lot of you don't want to change their life, but a lot of you will cook for themselves in their life. They youth do that a youth way they step up in a real life because they're not only involved in keeping the community clean, but involved in community programs. They create programs. That was the whole idea. And if you believe it or not, if you want, But when they got something to do, we got less crime. No. Crime spread. Crime spread countrywide. And I don't feel that type of crime now. Most of these crime rates spread that we see each and every day on the news is not gang related, it's personal issues. And personal conflict what people go through internally. I don't know what they do now. But I think there will be a face off between the government and the streets. Because they don't got no job. And they want to turn back to crime. Robbery me going down. Alright? Say I'll be a face off. That might be safe in the morning for the first blue.
Okay.
You have a chance to make a talk, you have a chance to make a what you think about it? Pay attention.
What I think about what? So let me just say that the concern that I have, it's like they got thing where I say whether they change.
Alright, I get you.
And when whether they change, you want to know well that what kind of weather come in.
I like how you put that one there.
So, and I say this because there's a lot of things happening, and the first person to, and probably the only person who has, and in fact chastised us about not paying close attention. There was a conference or a summit held in Florida where the leaders of Caribbean and Latin American countries, you were invited. You couldn't just show up. And you were invited and you were basically given a script by the United States at the highest level. This is how we will deal with the issue of organized crime in Latin America and the Caribbean. And this is a new script. And this new script is that we are going to consider people who are involved with organized crime to be terrorists and to be adversary in war. They started employing this new script even before they held the summit. And I said the one voice that flagged this incident was Ms. Sandra Corey. She did so on multiple mornings. She felt enough coverage was not being done to it. Fast forward, we have just about a month ago, we had some US officials dying, I believe, in a traffic accident. And it turns out that these individuals were involved with hunting the cartel, and they were CIA operatives. And that was a moment because nobody knew that that was what was going on, and it caught the Mexican government off guard. Just last week, I got a news report that our neighbor to the west, the same one that doesn't believe we have a right to the territory, agreed to operate with US enforcement officials to launch attacks on the cartel infrastructure and cartel individuals operating in Guatemala. This is the new deal, quote unquote. And so there is a new weather change. And so you have to look around and wonder, for me, not just the issue of what the implications are insofar as, well, this program, it's like Was there a thorough evaluation done? What kind of audit was done to say what was the level of performance? Is it that every single individual that was there was doing absolutely nothing? Then that speaks to management, that speaks to supervision, that speaks to the culture of accountability, that speaks to, well, you know, who is there to ensure, or who is there to implement and hold accountable? These are the questions. But if it is that it was not across the board, every single body. Now, for me, it seems unlikely that everybody would have been totally, unaccountable. Everybody was simply, it was a free ride for every individual, and that this initiative did not have any success at all. That's very unlikely. So my concern is the potential for this to be a deeper moment. And you are right, my brother, that the question we have to ask is this a homegrown approach? Is this an actual, is this just a matter of restructuring the financial commitments and feeling that we are not getting bang for the buck, as they say? Or is this a declaration that you are now going to use a different approach, and that, as I referred to it earlier, that the weather has changed? We know that hemispherically, meaning in this part of the planet, the weather don't change in a very unpleasant way, a very aggressive way. We would be naive to think that that change in weather is not going to impact the way we go about doing things. And so I feel that it's important, while there is a lot of the focus on the economic and employment and what happens now, we also have to, at least I feel the responsibility to ask the question, is there a deeper message behind the decision? Is it that the approach is now being radicalized and we are looking now to approach the problem, that now we are just going to abandon the intervention as a priority and we are now about confrontation? And that is something that occurs to me and is my concern on this issue. Okay, I don't know if you understand, if I was clear, but it's important for us to understand things don't just fall from the sky. A decision like this doesn't just fall from the sky. It's not, I would hope, it's not just a whim, just one feeling, one hunch. You get up in the morning and say, you know what, this is not the work. But my concern is if it's from a more concerning place, a place where now we are completely changed how we do business, and you know, it has been a concern of mine before the decision was made. So that's where I stand on the issue, brother.
My thing is this, right, Mose?
Yeah.
Enough of this is that they know under the program, by logging of every day who they work for, who they work. They know. But you can't make the good stuff for the bad. Because I know so you right now way that may do a lot for them and their family. They may appreciate that. That they may ease, that may burden ease off for them. Because they could make their kids finish school. You understand? You know, majority of them youth, they just so they lean, majority of them lean for a family, and then baby man suffer survive because by the end of the day they don't want a real job, they can't get a real job. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're the reality where you in the face. And I know they have to defend you because yes, we do have someone who collect and know the work, none at all. All they do is sign in, you know, we can't run from that. You get what I'm saying? And then what I do, I bring a burden because when they make it clean to the neighborhood, he gives to the council a better chance to expand and develop and spread their workers further to get more work done in the day. But when they come to send back their workers in the community, there, in the neighborhood there, to go clean up, then people are saying whether the purpose or whether use the program. I always believe, this is what I believe, and I know I can't say, don't you, like, I got all the answers, but I always believe, from CYDP to LIU, I always believe that we should have target the real youth saying we need help. When I mean real youth, I mean the upcoming youth saying we want to finish school. The youth saying we want to trade. Because it's like a solar picnic Mose and somebody that all of them want to feel good for themselves. Somebody want to make their own decision. Fine, nothing wrong with that. So we could focus on one who wants something.
Alright, so that's your first.
A lot of you in a school, where somebody can't pay their own school fees, but they love school, they love sports.
Yeah.
They want something for themselves. They turn young and they might turn young and they love one turn young to make them, they try to help and like why you tell me that most of the kids look like we have the press and we could get the attention and you love football. Most every day when you just sleep, we look back and say fall. They say the monk youth. They say you put them up. They say you put them away, stop kick ball and pick up the gun. Then they either got the field to play ball, get late. That they tell you one lot. But when you know to pay attention,
I want go as far as to say on the issue, because I will have a conversation later on in the week. I will engage. I've gotten the past LIU director to speak with us, Sister Dominic. So we're going to have the conversation later on in the week. But I think it's important to just say this, that the problem with people getting paid and not working is not confined to the LIU program. The problem of people getting paid and not working has been an issue under both administrations. People have been there getting a salary and essentially not show up. So using that to say, well, that's the reason why you have a scrap and program, for me is to say, well, because you have people who are presently on the payroll of the government service, but they're not showing up, well, we have to get rid of the whole public service. Again, I can't defend anybody that has been a beneficiary of the program who has basically just manipulated and essentially just to ride the system and not really care and still live the full life of engaging in unwholesome activities, no bad actions. You make a finish the bro, that you bring me into this issue, man. The point is that there's no defense for that. Nobody's going to get up here and lament individuals who have essentially just to take the system for fool, right? But my point is that with this is being involved and being engaged, and not, I agree completely, you have to be engaged with the young. Anybody who's been making that point knows that is not even a question. That's not genius to say. The younger and they are more important. The problem is that if you completely disregard engaging the organized structure that exists in our neighborhoods now, you don't engage them, then what that does is you are leaving to just go on its own a structure that is going to create all kind of dangerous currents for the children that you are trying to deal with. Trying to create the space to engage these younger children who in some instances are either the children or younger siblings or younger family members of those who are already deeply engaged in the criminal activities that are operating. You cannot, it sounds good, it looks good to say, oh, we only deal with people who are under 7, or we only deal with children who are under 9. But it's not going to be very effective if while you're doing that, you are cracking the skulls of those who are older in the neighborhood. Because what that creates is creates a clear animosity. You are going to end up, and we've been here before. But how you do it, and what are your motives for do it? Is it some of the motives? Again, you could say, well, somebody brother have been about manipulation, but also Brick. The fact of the matter is that this kind of intervention has always been used for ulterior motives too by the political directorate, because it creates an infrastructure for them to essentially garner control of areas and support and votes that's in their interest. So there no manipulation and self-interest works both ways, right? Just as though you've had individuals that are completely committed, sincere about the work that they want to do in these communities. So you have good and bad in everything. How you work out that, and how you have an examination of that, how you do a proper audit of that process, you have to come with clean hands. Your motives have to be good. And my concern is that this is deeper than that. And that the intentions here represents a clear shift that, in my view, could be very concerning if it's to be aligned with what is going on with the entire region. And the entire region is reaching a point where there is a level of aggressiveness and a level of open, open what you would call they're not only trying to arrest you. What's going on in the region, there's a spirit of executions, judgment and execution right on the spot. This is going on. That's why you label a person a terrorist, because when you label somebody a terrorist, what they have created is a system where that allows you to treat that individual a certain way. So that's why you can say, oh, you know what? You could look at an entire nation state, Cuba, and say, oh, you are a state supporter of terrorism. Once you can put a label on someone, change that state and say, oh, you are involved with this activity, then what you're doing is that you are creating the legal framework for you to act a certain way. So again, we can't just assess the choice that is being made just on one level. For me, I look at it a bit deeper than that, brother.
Mose, I want to tell you this, right?
Yes, sir.
My thing is this. By the time I say this program starts, and you have the police department, they lead the program, I know there may be an issue with it, because then these youths run to the program, some for hide behind the program, some of them run to the program to be safe. Police are going against police. You're supposed to have individuals in there. Normal, everyday people who are on the ground every day, because that's the 24-hour service. You can't be from 8 to 5, open 8 and man close 5, because people are there from between 5 to the night. The thing is, when you go up police department to run a program in the street, you want to divide. You want to divide these brothers because somebody has said, go in the informer camp or the informer body. You know what I'm saying? And then now enter the police and get involved and arrest who they want to arrest. Somebody call the defense. Who they run the police? So I believe that we're going around from the first start. I know the amount of youth where I know they analyze. Can I run for the program to save them? The program can't save me. You know what I'm saying? There's only so much the program can do.
You know, while we're on this issue, brother, let me just say I wasn't on here. Well, I think the news emerged where we had the former, because he's no longer a police officer, being found guilty for a triple homicide, and I was not acquainted with Vivian Mamnaras, but she's my family, Bilal. So I want to say out front that the family that, and I know that the family is extremely relieved to know that we have one of the few instances where we are able to hold somebody accountable for 3 people being killed. And according to the judgment, the person who's responsible for the cold-blooded Christmas Eve killing of these individuals, who the law-abiding citizens, they get ready for Christmas and they were murdered. And the system says, we have looked at all the evidence and this former officer is being held accountable and he's going to be sentenced. And I understand why there is relief in that, absolutely, for the families of the victims of this heinous crime. But I also have a concern, Brick, especially when we see the cold-blooded murder of a young doctor in Belmopan. And we don't know, like, this doctor, they with the daughter, and he is killed the way you kill, watch the movie, the way you kill mob bosses. It's a doctor. So somebody had, this, it doesn't appear that this was a case of mistaken identity. Somebody made a plan and decided that they wanted Dr. Bonnier unalive. For me, Brick, there are always 2 elements of this kind of crime that is very troubling for me as a Belizean, because this is not the first time where we have an individual, a business person just gets unalive, right? And we are like, what happened? We're not talking about people who are involved with street conflict or anything like that. There is the person who does the killing, and there are times when we hold individuals for that, but very rarely do we ever have the next tier of investigation where we want to know who hired that individual to do the crime. So to the best of our knowledge, the former police officer who has been found guilty of these triple murders, There was no history where there is a situation that can explain the level of intent. It's not like, oh, the earlier that day, they were walking in some supermarket and there was a collision and a fist fight and somebody get beat up, and as a result of that, propelled by anger, he has to go and essentially render his justice and killing 3 individuals. There is no context to say, well, why this particular individual who has now been found guilty of the crime got up on this evening, got himself all geared up, and then went to do the execution. It would seem the more likely scenario, Brick, if it is that we have found the right person, and essentially I have to believe that because it is the spoken word of a dying woman that was used in that courtroom that described the person that killed her husband's brother, and ultimately would be responsible for her death. But I will still look at that situation and say, but this did not just fall out of the sky. Officer now may be a bad person, but no evidence exists that he's just walking around doing this, that this had a purpose, this had a motive, and very likely there was an individual who said, I have a problem there, I need you to go and deal with it. Think about the history in Belize, Brick, about this kind of crime. Think about some of the more famous instances. You had the lady, Miss Blake. Miss Blake was killed on Newtown Barracks. I believe she was in the company of her daughter as well. There were individuals held for that daylight killing. They said all kind of manners of things gone wrong within the police department. But everybody said, but there had to be somebody who had a problem with Miss Blake. We can go and think about the situation with, you remember Mr. Hoare? Remember Mr. Hoare? You remember Mr. Hoare? Mr. Hoare, a big successful businessman, he's killed. And they say, oh, we have an individual, everybody said they feel like they know that who do it. But again, no context for why somebody would do that. No investigation as to who wanted to unalive the person. Why am I making this point, Brick? Is that we have a view that cold-blooded killers only exist on in the neighborhoods and within the gangs. But the level of cold-blooded situations will come about where you got people where they call some big shots and we never have any kind of investigative intensity for try find out who they're behind where we see. We have a view of who are the problem. A young, a black, he come from these poor neighborhoods. But we don't have no consciousness that you have well-to-do individuals who don't have a problem calling a shot, who don't have a problem sending a money for things to be done on their behalf. We don't deal with that, none at all. So when I look at the situation, again, where a doctor is essentially killed in front of a child, in a broad view, like real mobland style. Come on now. There are levels to this. There are levels to this. But we only have a problem with one level. That's my concern, you know, Britt.
My thing is that for a long time I know, and I know it deeply, that anybody can be hired as a contract killer. Anybody, I tell you, anybody. They they'll wait for you call and say, well, this is the problem I got, and deal it for me. Like we were saying, the whispering in the ears are people that we look up to, people we know. More than look, sometimes I always say this, I always say that. We need so small that we don't talk and mingle, but all of us one another at one time for PG to call at one time. We need to be so small. We don't mingle together, but we see each other now and again. Look at what part of the country we live. And that's the whole belief set up. You know, a lot of whispering. You know what I could get this done, and the people who are behind these masks and in the dark are people that live surprised to find out who it is, but the reality is that we see each other every day, but we don't know the kind of shit it is we're all into. And will come to light. Because the question that the girl was said, why they analyze the person, whether a person could do so. Imagine this. The doctor, just imagine that same doctor, I don't know what type of doctor he is, but also I use the word doctor. Imagine that same doctor. Is the doctor responsible to when that same man will do the shooting, girlfriend, sister, or somebody guy in a labor and make her have birth? Just imagine that was the same doctor. Imagine it was the same doctor who look up for the picnic when they got into the hospital. These are the reality. You know, these are the reality what we face every day. I have said something very serious, and the high level of crime what is happening in this country. You know?
Yeah. We just want to.
It's blowing.
Yeah, it's you know.
Everything style.
Belmopan doesn't have the reputation that Belize City has when it comes to violence, but when Belmopan does violence, it does violence in a
you can't get calls out.
Yeah, I understand, but like I said, when violence hits Belmopan, it's of the like it's like a demonic level, right? It's really just when I saw that story, you know, like as a man, like to be the one thing for you get killed, and next thing for boy, you somebody unalive you in front of your young child. It's horrific. And with I know that there's going to be a vigil for justice. Condolences to the family, to the community who are obviously very shaken and shocked by this. Obviously, like everybody, we want to see justice for the slain doctor. Absolutely, but also not convenient justice. We don't only want to find, you know, in American, there are things about America which are really weird. And for their justice system prioritize finding who call the shots. Like they want cut one deal with the actual hitman for find out that who call the shots, because in their thinking the hitman would not have done anything to anybody if it wasn't because of some individual who planned and decided that they want to give some resources and invest to make this happen. Brother, we had one series of wipeout, unaliving assassinations were going on down south on the peninsula, where even one of the biggest real estate seller, foreigner, in the middle of the night, he just get lit up. Like I think to some extent that like we only see part of the problem and we're fixated with and I'm not saying that we don't have some serious problems within our neighborhoods and within our streets. We absolutely do. But I'm saying here that you can't have enforcement if enforcement only look at the lowest level of what's going wrong with your society. You have to say, man, listen, we have to be able to find out who they at the upper end, who they call shots, who this or how they think. If I got a problem with somebody over one land or something, you know what? Quick, I need to find one contract killer, unalive you right there. It's like to my mind, we are a bit hypocritical. We have to understand, hey, that they use the youth to do that, but somebody hired a youth. Somebody hired a youth to do whatever they do. And yes, we want you and hold this youth, but we want to know that who call the shots. That how the system to work. Like I could call off or just out of my head instances in a recent history in Belize where high-profile individuals just get lit up, and that's it. We not got no concern that maybe there was another high-up individual had that problem there, when that seems to be the more likely scenario. It's rough, and again, we are deeply, just completely, just saddened by just this story report coming out of Belmopan with this doctor, obviously. And I got to go to break, bro. Give thanks for the call. It's 7:32. We go to 2 Cents Calm, and then we take our first break of the morning. We'll be right back.
You're watching WB and this is XTV. And I got to say big respect to our sponsors, 4 Point Security. You know, in an time or so, people have been claiming that the justice system failed there and they decide to take justice in their own hand. That they're talking in the streets. So I can find out the people in 2 cents and how they feel about the justice system and if they get a fair share in the justice world. Let's go find the people in 2 cents. Tell them no more.
Some are there, no all, some.
Okay.
Some people, they take justice in their own hand.
That's your 2 cents.
Yes, that's my 2 cents.
Justice in their own hands by...
Like if we believe and get justice, you think justice system is fair to the community?
Oh, no. The justice only seems to work for the people that will have the pocket full that could buy their way out.
All right. That your two cents.
That's my 2 cents.
Justice system is irregular. When I mean irregular, it's too regular. Because now they deal with people where they want to deal with. They don't deal with people for the crime or the criminal act or whatsoever they get charged for. So now you to be friend to a criminal, and then friend and criminal no mix.
Yeah.
Cause we have got this whole country and I need to have a problem we don't need, man, buddy.
So that your 2 cents.
My 2 cents is the justice system need to refrain.
Well, for you take justice in your one hand, brother, you have got consequence. If you take justice,
That your 2 cents.
my 2 cents.
This Mother's May, celebrate the woman who makes the house feel like home all month long. Great deals like 15% off bathroom and kitchen fixtures from Moen, Hansgrohe, and Duraflow. Plus 15% off Hispasensa tiles, Stormguard windows, and 40% off Sunlight windows. And 15% off Berger paints and huge savings on clearance colors. So come in to Habet and Abet or Brothers Abet, call us or WhatsApp us today and make this Mother's May one to remember. Happy Mother's Day to all marvelous moms.
Nokshe Adventure Park came about from the birth of COVID. Everything was on pause for tourism. So we decided, let's do something different. We got 10 bikes, 10 ATVs, and we were just doing ATV tours. Shortly after, we were approached by the cruise lines. We agreed to work with them, and from them it just started growing. We set up the chocolate tour first, and then from there we went into the culinary experience at the different Mayan cultures. We have like the gift shop, the cooking class, the shaman, and the healing, and it just all came together. When you reach a certain point, you need investors, you need partners to come into your business. Atlantic Bank does make it easy. Even my 7-year-old could do it.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Life moves fast. Your connection should keep up. Need more credit? More data? A flex bundle that fits your lifestyle? With Smart Prepaid, they're a prepaid option for every lifestyle and budget, making it easy to stay connected wherever you are. Because with Smart Prepaid, you can connect on your terms. Purchase credit, data, flex bundles, prepaid plans, and all your favorite prepaid services at any Smart agent, Smart showroom, or simply dial *100# key. No stress, no waiting, just fast, easy, convenient ways to stay connected every day. Smart Prepaid. Connect on your terms.
This donation means a lot to us. It's a huge capacity building. We have a very good condition working ambulance that kind of expands our fleet. We already have one working ambulance, and we have another one now that doubles us. And we have one in repair, so we'll have about 3 or 4 ambulances available. Mr. Furr was kind enough to donate an X-ray machine, and that greatly increases our capacity as well to have X-rays done for our soldiers from various sports injuries and exercise-related injuries. And then we had a defibrillator from him as well, which again will help our doctors to assist not only soldiers but patients from outside of the Ladyville community as well.
We had the equipment, but we did not have the personality, like it's the professionals on board. So for that reason, like it's to be in contact with the BDF medics. So I realized that just bring it together, and then it's about supporting my own country.
Mr. Furr, your generosity demonstrates a profound sense of patriotism, compassion, and commitment to the development of Belize. Your willingness to support the Belize Defense Force reflects your understanding in that the security and well-being of our soldiers is vital to the security and the well-being of Belize.
Look here, your kitchen light there, and you've been in the kitchen. But I'm going back in right now. And the coffee maker?
Just to try keep my coffee warm for later.
What you do now?
I'll try to think more to eat.
You know, the more you open and close the fridge, it takes longer for the food cool. For a hot day like today, it burns more energy. You charge your phone right now?
No.
Plug it out then. You really only wash 2 Lee socks and 1 Lee shirt? You don't know what small load burn the same amount of electricity as large loads?
But this is my favorite shirt.
You have to be more energy efficient. Use large loads. This AC they blow hard. You know, if you keep the temperature at 25 degrees Celsius or higher, you burn less energy and you also keep the place cool. And for a nice day like today, turn off the AC, open up the house and make some fresh breeze come in.
You know what? I think I get it now. As consumers, we need to be more energy efficient and practice energy conservation.
You're up against some tough challenges, but not all heavy-duty lubricants can handle the pressure. Until now, introducing Ridgeline Lubricants, a homegrown solution engineered right here to solve the hurdles you face every day. Backed by experts who understand the ups and downs of where you're operating and what's at stake. Specially formulated to protect your equipment so you can push past grueling hours, heavy loads, and harsh conditions to reach for greater productivity. Ridgeline Lubricants. Long live your equipment.
Amandala is now online. You can now access Amandala's midweek and weekend issues online by logging on to our website at amandala.com.bz/news and joining our membership portal today. There's 5 easy steps to get unlimited access to weekly e-paper, archive publications, and a host of other exclusive contents. Number 1, go to Amandala's website. Number 2, navigate to subscribed areas. Number 3, choose a membership level. Number 4, check out using our secured portal. Number 5, log into the members only section. Telephone numbers 501-280-4703 or 202-4477. Fax us at 501-222-4702, or you could email at amandalapress@yahoo.com or amandalapress@gmail.com. Amandala, all power to the people.
Alright, 7:45 up inside the WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes on this Monday morning. It's the 1st of June, not exactly a day we celebrate. Like I mentioned earlier, it's when we start off with the hurricane season for the Atlantic Basin. We know all about that. And, there's talk about El Nino and reduced activity. I agree with the myth. It takes one bad hurricane to mash up your whole life. So we have to stand guard now until November 30th. Man, I can't believe it's already hurricane season, but it is. Our telephone number is 280-58 548. That's the direct line for you to participate in the conversation. We want to get you on board as always. We have a call. Graham, good morning, WUB.
Yes, man. I'm on the show.
You're there on the show, brother. Hello.
Yeah.
You're there on the show.
Yes, man.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
You're there on the show, birds.
Yes, man.
Hello.
Yeah, blessed morning, bro. Yeah, hello, blessed morning.
Yes, man.
Bro, I just make the seat. Yeah, you hear me?
Yes, man.
Yeah, I just make the sleep call, bro, for say that the community about my plan appreciative everybody with me involved in the case with the Ramirez brothers and thing, and we know the case to come to an end, but we still want the policemen to look into the other cases, Michael Williams, Orlando Castellano, the young man from Ladyville, where body may get fined about Mopanya. You know, even the guys, you got Ahmad, you know, we have the guys from George Street. And I say all of this to say that just like how the effort was made for the convict Mr. Na, just like that, we could take this opportunity now to give the other families a satisfaction to their loved ones who get lost by the same individual. It's a serious case we just conclude, you know, because our serial killer get put away, and our opportunity, you said something earlier, our opportunity to maybe then work with, deal with her or something, you understand? So make we get more out the way the involvement with him because we know this thing that not just an isolated case, and
so you would follow the case. Listen to me through the phone, Bumpy. Just listen to me through the phone.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, man, I hear you.
All right, but you got up your device loud. You have to listen to me through the phone.
Yeah, I'm listening through my phone, bro.
You hear me now? Because I hear myself here in the background. Anyway, what I was asking you, follow this case. So, more than most, in fact, you've spent many mornings calling the show for keep the light on the show, because we know how easy it is for we move on. I gave my opinion and views that, you know, whatever, and you have kind of laid it out that you feel like the former police officer Elma Na, who has been found guilty of this heinous crime, is a repeat offender, that he has committed acts of violence, and you feel very negative about this guy. But do you still feel that somebody is, or some people are not, who were involved with what happened, are not in any way, they are no, whether saying they walk scot-free. That's the way it is, no?
Well, frankly, bro, if you know how this thing here play out, given his situation now, he had to look for some straws to grab at. So maybe now we'll get to find out some other things we're involved in now, where, like you rightfully said, that other people will have the finance, and so finance it, because sure enough they had to have some kind of reward for crossing the line like that. No, my thing is, I will give my personal experience. What happened to me when it comes to my farm, how violate me and my wife, and we got internal affairs, made a report, everything. Nothing came about it, right? Which I mean, expect. But I want it documented that I gone and made a complaint. And this man so untouchable that we don't choose to do anything. But then, alright, now, fast forward, he get convicted now. I still watch some of the officers who come with that at night. We violate me same way in a uniform, right? And a lot of them to them shame me, can't watch me in my face because I'm telling them what happened and I tell them to then turn the come. You understand? So this big juncture with the right now with him and his situation, I think the opportunity, and I call several commissioners, the one before and this one here, is going to have a case where the public knows this. This everybody may know this. The young lady Michelle Brown, at her critical moment, she get frightened and holler for a person's name. And nobody followed that up. Nobody looked into that as something investigative.
She said it in, she said it in, her comments were made, her comments were made on the oath. Weren't they made on the oath? Her comments were in the courtroom.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Right? So I think that's something valid enough for follow up on. You know, given he said this thing out, if you truly want to stop this thing, you want to find out, give her the protection we need, because you obviously said you need protection, yeah? You understand?
Yeah. Another, I'm glad you...
Quite some of my line, you know, here, family, right? But, and I can say this now, that some messages come to me, but I am a God-fearing man, bro. And that's the only man I fear, the Almighty. So, you know, bother me is like just the people I have around me, I have to think about. You understand?
Right.
Because I know how they organize themselves. So I keep a very low, and I know this will be the outcome of the thing. Because you see that family, bro, this is what the other families they need to take as an example and watch. That family, our praying family, the Pascasios and the Belial, and I watch them people weekly get together and have their prayers, and look at things just start to fall together. So I tell them, no care what kind of corruptiveness you believe, and you know, get justice. We don't just get together like this family and pray together and see what happens. I believe that that's not something where impossible for the other families to get the justice. Even though we know he's guilty of this, I still think that the Ahmad family deserves to know what happened and get justice. The young man from Ladyville, when they found his body here, when his mom said that his son called and said the same individual at the Pala, in the red car, we got parked right at the National Security Building, and all in knowledge, everybody know that's not the first time I said this, that's not the first time anybody said it. Several people said it before, the policemen said it before, but nobody can ever take actions into anything. So maybe now, if we don't want to solve some of the cases there, we could look into anything here now. Mr. Orlando Castellanos, the video footage show the man come with the headlight and same way assassinate this man. You understand? There are prominent people in Belmopan. You understand? So there are a lot of things when Michael Williams, you understand? Everybody know the relationship he had with him too. He threatened her after he get assassinated. And they left from the spot. 2 witnesses were witnesses. 2 of them get shot in the head. Luckily, they lived. You understand? So there were amount of things this man do. I could continue on and on, bro. You understand? So that's
even
opportunity I believe now.
Again,
if the police they truly want to show that when they do work and things, they could solve a lot of things because they have who they know.
All right, but I think you're not been hearing
brothers John and David
hearing me when I try ask certain things, but yeah, respect to you calling in and sharing your views, and again.
And I just want to say, right, the place still not safe completely, and it's not to say.
Please don't show that video, Holland.
That was so special or anything, but I said this about the community, man. Las Flores were kind of different communities from central Belmopan, right? So people back there don't know exactly what happened, right? But the other community they need to get together and get justice for the doctor, you understand? Because people always know, bro. People always say, but we have to start why unity against the violence where it happens. So because we are vulnerable. You can come out the door any day, man. Right? So with that, rest up, bro.
I will give thanks. This is WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. Krem, good morning, WB. Krem, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Mose.
Good morning.
Good morning. As you rightly said, this is the beginning of the hurricane season. And, you know, it only takes one serious storm to devastate the country. And if that happens, it will affect poor people more than anybody else, right? The people who have vulnerable homes, vulnerable houses, and don't have any insurance. And so, in the past, for the past several years, we see how God actually watch over and protect Belize. We see how some of those storms, you know, the projections show that they're coming directly to Belize, and some of them take U-turns, some of them make one ski and go around Belize. And so, I just want to take a few seconds, most, you know, as a country, you know, with this the beginning of the hurricane season, and seeing that the skies are overcast right now, I just want to take a few seconds just as a country to just give God thanks and ask God for protect Belize. I think it's important. The last caller talked about the importance of prayers, and God He's still on His throne. Nobody can move on, and He watches and protects, and He loves when we depend on Him. So could I just take a few seconds, you know, so we as a country could pray concerning the hurricane season?
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Moses. Almighty Father, in the precious name of your Son, Jesus, we pray. Dear Lord, we ask that we thank you, first of all, Father, we thank you for watching over Belize and protecting Belize all these years. We acknowledge that it is only by your hand of protection. No man can turn around a storm. Only you, Lord, and you have protected Belize time and time again when we've called to you. So we ask as a nation, dear Father, we thank you for having protected Belize, and we ask you to continue to watch over and protect Belize during this hurricane season. We repent, dear Father, for all the killings that have been happening. We ask for your mercy, not because we deserve it, dear Lord, but we ask for your mercy because you are loving and forgiving God. We ask for your forgiveness over the nation of Belize. And we ask that you would help us to correct the things that are wrong, dear Father God, and that we would do right. We repent for the sins of our nation, and we ask that you would continue to watch over and protect Belize. And may Belize indeed be a nation that is called a Christian nation and a nation that will love you. So we thank you for your forgiveness and we thank you for your love, Lord. Please watch over and protect us. We depend on you. In the name of your Son, Jesus, we pray. Amen.
All right, my brother. Respect.
Yeah, bye.
It's 7:58. This is the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. Anybody that has listened to the WB over the years know that I am very careful about what I will say about individuals. I'm very careful about what I allow people to say in the broadcast space about individuals, because I am very conscious of the kind of libel laws that we have in the country. Well, let me take this call. Krem, good morning. Could you lower your radio, TV, whatever it is?
Hi, good morning, Brother Mose.
Good morning, sir.
Brother Mose, I'm very saddened. I'm very saddened to see the way our country has gone. It's young, it's old, it's professionals, it's poor people, it's rich people. I mean, the murder rate has reached to a level unprecedented in our country. I'm calling on the relevant authorities at this point in time for a national dialogue. We need a national dialogue irrespective of political or religious persuasion to see how we could get this insanity back under control. Brother Mose, we are at war level. When you look at the doctor, the young doctor that was gunned down, man, our people is numb. Our people is numb. So we call and we complain I'm trying to offer up a solution. My solution is a national dialogue. Let us come together as sane individuals and talk and see how we could remedy this situation. I know the government of Belize is trying its best in as far as infrastructure is concerned, but ministers, we have a social and economic problem in this country. We need to deal with our people socially, mentally, and financially. This is part of what is affecting us. So right now, I am calling for a national dialogue. Christians, Muslims, Rasta, non-religious people, opposition, government of Belize, everybody. We need a national dialogue. We cannot take it no longer, Brother Mose. We cannot take it no longer. This is totally out of order. This is the level, as I mentioned earlier, of genocide that is being committed in our country. My God, Almighty God, help us. Belize need help. And we as the people is the only one that could initiate that process of healing and bring our nation back to a sane level. And whatever laws has to be enacted, brother, to bring the perpetrators to justice, Brother Mose, we're going to have to do it for the sake of our children and the elderly. I have tears in my eyes, Brother Mose. Thanks for this opportunity, my brother. I will continue to listen to you off the air, man.
All right, give thanks. Well, what you will listen to now is an ad break. It's a couple minutes after 8 o'clock. We've got to take a break. And we'll be back to resume the conversation here inside the WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes.
This is a fantastic feeling to have a new roof over my head, brand new roof. This is great.
You like your house? You love it? Pretty.
I'm so happy and excited because I never may expect my new house. Too much months, the rent.
Now Cynthia had this opportunity. Thanks God and thanks to the People's United Party and thanks to the program that we push when we won, that we're going to give this starter house to humble families. Well, this is the evidence again.
I know Ms. Rochester is going to make sure that this home serves its purpose. I think she's ready for moving. And I think it's really important because it provides now stability for the entire family.
Not everybody could afford to go to bank, get one loan and get one house, and this actually helps a lot of people, families, single mothers.
Owning a home transforms a family, and those things they're non-negotiable. You don't compromise on those things. So we have made it abundantly clear that when it comes to our social programs, we don't compromise. When it comes to housing, we're working to see if we can find even more funding to be able to expand this program and to have people have access to a real home.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale. always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
So do you think we got a deal?
No one should be up at this time. If you're still up, it's not you. It's your mattress. Because the right mattress changes everything. Sherwood Bedding Luxury Resort Pillow Top Mattress. Sleep better, wake better. Available at Design Depot. All in one place.
Noksha Adventure Park came about from the birth of COVID. Everything was on pause for tourism. So we decided, let's do something different. We got 10 bikes, 10 ATVs, and we were just doing ATV tours. Shortly after, we were approached by the cruise lines. We agreed to work with them, and from them, it just started growing. We set up the chocolate tour first, and then from there, we went into the culinary experience at the different Mayan cultures. We have like the gift shop, the cooking class, the shaman, and the healing, and it just all came together. When you reach a certain point, you need investors, you need partners to come into your business. Atlantic Bank does make it easy. Even my 7-year-old could do it.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Member owners of St. John's Credit Union Limited, mark your calendars. Join us for the 80th Annual General Meeting on Saturday, June 13, 2026 from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's all happening at St. Catherine Academy's Mercy Center Auditorium on Marine Parade Boulevard, Belize City. Your voice matters. Come take part in the discussion on our transformation, member benefits, and plans. Registration starts at 8 a.m. Come out, cast your vote, and help shape your credit union's future. Plus, get ready to win prizes throughout the event. For 80 years, St. John's Credit Union has stood with its member owners. Now, we look ahead to the next chapter. Together, you're more than a number. You're a member owner. St. John's Credit Union Limited. Safe saving, smart borrowing.
This Mother's May, celebrate the woman who makes the house feel like home all month long. Great deals like 15% off bathroom and kitchen fixtures from Moen, Hansgrohe, and Duraflow. Plus 15% off Hispasensa tiles, Stormguard windows, and 40% off Sunlight windows. And 15% off Berger paints and huge savings on clearance colors. So come in to Habet and Abet or Brothers Abet, call us or WhatsApp us today and make this Mother's May one to remember. Happy Mother's Day to all marvelous moms.
Life moves fast. Your connection should keep up. Need more credit? More data? A flex bundle that fits your lifestyle? With Smart Prepaid, they're a prepaid option for every lifestyle and budget, making it easy to stay connected wherever you are. Because with Smart Prepaid, you can connect on your terms. Purchase credit, data, flex bundles, prepaid plans, and all your favorite prepaid services at any Smart agent, Smart showroom, or simply dial *100# key. No stress, no waiting. Just fast, easy, convenient ways to stay connected every day. Smart Prepaid. Connect on your terms.
All right, welcome back to the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes, Monday morning, 1st of June, 2026. Mose Hyde hosting on this Monday morning. The telephone number is 280-5848. That's the direct line for you to participate in the conversation. So, before we went to break, and okay, but we have another call. Krem, good morning.
Good morning.
You lower your radio, TV, my brother. Yes, man.
Belizean problem, right? Where the people then at top, the big elite, then at top. Know we have the, I think when I call 9 days memory. And with this problem, Belizean got this where they use everything against me. All the raising of the price of everything, the groceries, minimum wage still there at $5 when gas still at 15. A lot of things in this country where need to fix. But I come to talk about LIU. Karim Musa, Johnny Brisenyo, and certain PUP know that Bolido set to pay LIU. Bolido pay LIU. Bolido, that was thing where I may tell the government, I'm going to take it back for Brad and give it back to the country and use it for something to stop the killing. Remember one spell under the Dean Barrow administration, the killing me, there are 142 black men per year, blood the run. 142. Karim Musa call 2020. The man gets the money for LIU and over 10 million. Oh, that the man invest up in the black youth and bring down the murder rate. So, 87. Someone said that 84. That's our big jump because we have to understand what happened to a lot of things no matter the hotel. And a lot of kids the hotel without no pa because the father done dead out. That we talk about over 10,000 black men done dead. So the bleeding now has stopped by taking away these young men's income. Yes, a few of them know they do the right thing, but we could say again, we got 10,000 ghost workers in the government alone, people, and we the teach under UDC, that they got 10,000 people who go to work, we're not going to no work, but get paid due to political, friendship, cronyism. So I think at the day, bro, LIU, we're supposed to be a thing where maybe it may be a housing thing, but the government not do the right thing. The government invest 800 million in a road. The government invest 4 million in a sport, and they invest about 12 million in a housing. These youth here may be the housing muscle to build houses all throughout this city and throughout this country. That's the plan of LIU. Mira and the couple don't know what they do or what they say, and people in LIU know to explain to these men where they happen. And we have to understand, bro, there are 142 Spanish people dead out in this country. 142 black brothers, people, if we bring up their picture, you don't know someone is dead. You think someone is there at jail or state, but they're not land rich because we couldn't keep up with the amount of killing what happened. So, again, they move Karim. Johnny Brisenyo is of Spanish descent. He now got no love to uplift our black people, and black people have to understand that we, for a time immoral, then they fight we, and they can't get rid of we. So I don't say how they could get rid of we, but we disorganized. And that's the way they happen in this country. So we the bottom of the barrel, and that's the way they continue to put through because they need a boogeyman, they need a monster. And they with to take away income from 532 youth man where they have bank account, where feel privilege, you go to elite China and get elite picnic pampers and this and that. That's done with. So you have 532 monsters back on the street with nothing to do because we have 3 Spanish men top of the country, Compol, Mira, and Johnny Briseño. We don't care. They move Chester to traffic when they go keep Chester right to police. So look for the matter where they happen to, bro. You know, open on the eye. They have a book when you destruction of the black civilization. They don't have a plan that Belize one here, Belize, by 2050. They want to change the name to a Spanish name. Because we, as black people, is sleep here. The Chinese they come, own more than we. And the Hindu they come, own more than we. The Nigerian African they come, establish more than we. That's we country. That's not the people sell it out. That the people who we put there, who we vote for, and who we select, that they sell it out. We own countrymen. We own people who we put top of that ballot, bring in 100,000 Spanish, and build and still they know that they think the Belizean people dumb, and they call Belmopan the capital of Belize when over 100,000 Spanish live there. Capital of Belmopan. That is a Spanish country. So at the end of the day, Mira, he not to help nobody. He rather help the 100,000 Spanish and some of them do the doctor back there. I want to say school. They need ice to go back there and clear out who no business in this country because there are a lot of people who stop this country. They like you. Johnny Briseño, we don't expect you to start it back. But you need to start back because you hear people, the ball. You hear the murder rate, they go up. Because my granny always tell me, idle brains that the devil workshop. And if few people live up to their word, Johnny Briseño, that he not the least one way that is country where it is. He attack the country to death, but if he may live up to a word, believe now got a national youth movement to complement the LIU. That's the way me say do. You're not going to scrap the LIU, you must have done that the national youth movement where you want to teach these youth sport, farming, and teach the younger boys then how to build house. Because that's the way I may have in plan. And in the revolution, they kick up with Giovanni Graffiti and Karima all with them on TV. And all of them. This is where we just have the plan. This is the plan. But now, when you say one of the Belizean, that's why you talk to all the gangsters. Or want to call themselves gangsters, bro. You have to organize. You get the 532 man. And you pull up at the PM house and ask Karen to pick me. You do what the Steve Adore do. Because they don't like me because I get Steve Adore over $3-4 million out of them where they call coppers where they control. You check? So they don't like me, they don't like Rivers, but I just have to LIU because I know what LIU do. You give the youth that peace of mind. You give some of them, we can't talk about no 32 people where we just not get paid, but the 500, yes. They make a difference in your life and then you then uplift themselves. I have a lot of stories where I could show you or you to uplift themselves under this LIU thing. So I say, Mose, we need to do something in this country because I tell you, no other race can save we. Everybody wants this beautiful jewel and they want to exterminate the black man. So at the end of the day, Chester, Kareem, Curdell and all the black brothers who really love this country, make me step up because Johnny Briseño not ready for this and he can handle this.
All right, man. All right, my brother. It's a WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. Telephone number is 280-5848. I just want to finish this point and put it on the record if you guys will give me a chance to. I was saying earlier that I am very careful in making sure that this space, this broadcast space, no put yourself in trouble with what we say. I always have that consciousness. The consciousness they come out of the fact that I experience libel suits against the newspaper here, Amandala. I say when the system set it, you end up have to pay one lot of money. The libel laws, I believe, are very rigid, very repressive. You have other countries where you could have seen a lot more. Belize, as listening to the experts, they say we more pattern ourselves off the English libel laws, which are very, very strong. So when you in a business like this, where you broadcast opinions and put things on record, and absolutely have to respect the fact that you can't defame nobody's character, you can't say some things that are untrue, you got a court you have to pay. No, I say this because I find it, as I said last year, when they put in place the cyber bullying legislation, it was put in place. The major driving force behind it was because of what was being done, especially to young women, where the technology and the platforms that have emerged now make it possible for young people, women, to get their reputations tarnished, and they don't have the resource kit to be able to take an individual and say, well, we're in a court. The political parties have always had the capacity. In fact, they are outright in one of the number one aspect of politics, I believe, is that war and propaganda. And they do all manners of things against each other. And they have the attorneys ready to do their bidding, work for them, and make sure that, hey, if you do it, you have to give me this amount of money, and you have to apologize. And that's the way it has worked. But the cyberbullying legislation emerged because they realized that with this technology, when you talk about bullying, the term bully, like when I hear that the former chairman of the United Democratic Party, Mr. August, has been detained for cyberbullying, I'm like, that's an oxymoron. A political leader in Belize cannot be bullied. It doesn't work that way. No, it can be defamed, and the laws are there to protect those individuals, and in fact they've been doing it for a very long time. It's almost like a sport. You say, and then I sue, and then you pay. That's the way it goes. And they've been doing some low-down propaganda against one another for a very long time. So my concern is that you have a situation where, yeah, it's possible that propaganda can hurt your feelings. And propaganda is not restricted to the truth, or restricted to, or is, in fact, it's prone to embellishments, exaggerations, to all manners of mischief. That's the war of propaganda. You enter into politics, that's par for the course. We have to be very concerned and very vigilant about when people ascend to great power and authority, that they don't abuse that because they are sensitive or because they're hurt. Yes, just like a teenager on social media, just like a young woman who has her picture disseminated all over social media, and they don't have any channel to go to. But what I see now is that the cyberbullying and cybercrime legislation is more there now to protect the political directorate. Last year, we, right on this show, pointed out how concerned we were that regardless of what you thought of the person, we came on this show and we said, no, I am concerned that Ryan Budna has been arrested for cyberbullying. It's like, that doesn't sit well with me. That speaks to abuse of power. Again, we now see another instance where Mr. August is detained for something that is put on Facebook because the Minister of Police felt that it was unfair and that it was his character was being portrayed in a way that was untruthful. Political propaganda has never been confined to the truth. Again, I repeat, hence we have very strong libel laws. We don't have lawyers to fight our case, and we definitely don't have $50,000-$60,000 we have to go pay. So we have to confine ourselves. But nobody's going to come and just drag me and carry me down the police station. But now we have this legislation that is so being used. This is absolutely unacceptable. We are not endorsing defamation. We are not defending the fact that we don't feel that high officials should protect their reputations. Absolutely. If somebody says something unfair, untruthful about me, I want to make sure that I am able to stand that. My reputation is important to me. But I cannot get somebody arrested on the basis of that. And especially if I'm in a position of power and authority, I cannot use that authority to then say, well, you have said something wrong about me, I will arrest you. That is not what that legislation is supposed to be there for, but now we see it being used for that. Just as in the case of Budna, we see where this is being used in the case of Mr. August. Listen, high authorities, big ministers, cabinet members, government officials, representatives in the House, you are entitled to have the reputation and to ensure that nobody just presents all manners of untruthful things that cannot be substantiated. You get a lawyer, you go to a judge, look at the history of Belize. Publications have had to pay money. Generally, you are in a bad position. You go to court, you've been charged with libel. You will see very often media houses are going to be quick to just quickly want to apologize. In fact, you will get a letter from an attorney saying you have to apologize within a certain period of time, and because you don't got that money. That's the way it should work. Cyberbullying that for people who are weak and vulnerable, who are then victimized by the nature of the technology. That's the way it works. That's what it's there for. People are being savaged every day on social media. They can't get nobody arrested. They don't have that. The idea that the political authority would then use that legislation to be able to say, listen, standing up for defending reputation is in order. Using the powers and the authorities that you have at your disposal to go after an individual who has done that to you, unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. As somebody who is in the business of putting out information, opinions, and thoughts in the public sphere, and understanding completely the responsibility that comes with that, and understand that we have a system that is going to hit you hard if you do not respect that responsibility. That is there. That is absolutely in place. If Mr. August has done a disservice to your reputation, what we do is that we get a lawyer to send a letter on your behalf to say, listen, take back that, or you're going to go to court and you will face the music. That's how it works. That's a slippery slope. And again, just as we did when it happened to Mr. Budna, long before the Budna gate exploded, long before he was going to be shipped out to Guatemala, he was arrested for cyberbullying. And took in the back of a truck. And we were like, we're not really that friends with the guy. But, so the law exists once you say something wrong about high officials. That's what it's there for. How you could bully a high official in a Belize? We bully one another upon social media. Everyday people, we not got access to a lawyer if we go fight one defamation case or one libel case. The law that if you try to protect them, to try to make sure that people don't just go wild and savage people and do all manners, spread filthy rumors about people and cause them great harm, but they don't have the capacity to defend themselves. That is the definition of bullying. That is the essence of bullying. That's the essence of why you had to create special legislation to do that. So I insist and just say, hey, yo, you have to calm down and know that this comes with the territory. Political propaganda is a part of it. That's one of the big sports that has been played in Belize for such a long time. And the way it's dealt with, if you feel like it's gone overboard, you go to court, man. You don't grab somebody, send 8 police to go grab a man and can't detain you. What's wrong with you? Can't write that on Facebook. No. Absolutely no. I stand against that. I think it's important. I have a responsibility to stand against that. Yes, I stand up for, yo, listen, at the end of the day, we have a responsibility to speak, to write, to put things out there that are backed up by facts. But that's my profession. But there have been many instances when people have said things and put out things, have written things, have spoken things that were flawed, that were wrong, that were dishonest, that were completely unfair. We have a system that deals with that better than a lot. We have a very sophisticated set of libel legislation, if you ask me. We have to be careful of this and careful of that. And again, we know that side of it here, where libel cases have gone against us and they have been used to try to push you in a corner. That's the way it works. Right now, we're going to take a break and come back.
Prepare for the sweltering heat with a Rheem AC unit to keep you and your family cool and cozy. Get the recommended BTU for your bedroom or living room and enjoy complete comfort. You can also save some much needed cash with an inverter unit which provides superior energy efficiency. When the heat is on, stay cool with an affordable, dependable AC unit from Rheem. Available at Benny's. Quality and savings.
Today marks a major milestone for future education in our community. This building is more than concrete and classrooms. It is a symbol for hope, progress, opportunity, and strong belief that our young people deserve the very best foundation for their future.
The scope of works of this project included the construction of 8 classroom spaces, office spaces, bathroom facilities for male and female students, as well as restroom facilities for male and female teachers, along with storage rooms and a janitor's equipment storage room. Additionally, covered stairwells were constructed to provide access from the ground floor to the first floor, and an access ramp was installed to ensure accessibility for persons with disabilities.
Today is a proud and meaningful day for the people of Corazon Creek, for the Toledo District. This facility represents hope, not only for the students of Corazon Creek, but also for the young people from the 16 surrounding buffer communities that this school will serve and will continue to serve. It reflects our shared belief that no matter where you come from in Belize, You deserve access to spaces that allow you to learn, grow, and succeed. Let the school stand as a symbol of what is possible when we invest in people, communities, and opportunity. Together, we are building more than infrastructure. We are building futures. We are building hope, and we are building a stronger Belize.
Nokshe Adventure Park came about from the birth of COVID. Everything was on pause for tourism, and we decided, let's do something different. We got 10 bikes, 10 ATVs, and we were just doing ATV tours. Shortly after, we were approached by the cruise lines. We agreed to work with them, and from then it just started growing. We set up the chocolate tour first, and then from there we went into the culinary experience at the different Mayan cultures. We have like the gift shop, the cooking class, the shaman, and the healing, and it just all came together. When you reach a certain point, you need investors, you need partners to come into your business. Atlantic Bank just make it easy. Even my 7-year-old could do it.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Paperworks Entertainment and SJ Promotion presents the official Belizean Jamaican link-up, the Father's Day edition. It's an all-white day party on Sunday, June 21st at the Belize Airport Authority parking lot, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Featuring the international reggae dancehall singing sensation stage boss, Wayne Wonder. To mash up the stage alongside the General Super G for the first time in Belize, Steely Bashman plus Belize's top DJs. Get your general tickets for $60 and VIP for $150 at Madisco, Stone Music Outlet, and VIP Wireless. And lock the date for the official Belizean Jamaican link-up all-white day party on Sunday, June 21st at the Belize Airport Authority parking lot, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Sponsored by
You're up against some tough challenges, but not all heavy-duty lubricants can handle the pressure. Until now, introducing Ridgeline Lubricants, a homegrown solution engineered right here to solve the hurdles you face every day. Backed by experts who understand the ups and downs of where you're operating and what's at stake. Specially formulated to protect your equipment so you can push past grueling hours, heavy loads, and harsh conditions to reach for greater productivity. Ridgeline Lubricants. Long live your equipment.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Some hands do more than carry. They prepare, they fix, they comfort. They keep a home moving in ways few people notice. And even when the day is done, they are still thinking of home. For the months of May and June, we celebrate the hands that hold the home together, offering you 25% off on tiles, lights, fans, ACs, gardening supplies, and more. both in-store and online. Thank you, moms and dads, from Builders Hardware.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'm saying I help you right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
Welcome back to the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. We have a call. Krem, good morning. Go ahead.
Did I meet that, bro?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, B. You know, one more statement there, I'm going to say, like, how, like when they carry the tourists go show in the colonial house, and then the people then get tipped and all of that for the show and the history there. But the colonial house, they're not slave masters. There's one house where there's chance for you people and things. I don't understand.
Well, in the case of say some of the homes that are on the where I call out that I hear, I don't know, like wrong
like that front flank by the barracks also by for sure.
Like you got it out by Bowen Bliss area there.
That stretch there.
Yeah, some of those homes would be from well, at least the properties. I don't know how old the actual homes are. There again, some of the properties on the foreshore, they were all originally owned by the people who were running the colony, and then of course you had the what we now call the House of Culture was once the Governor House, and so that was the seat of the colonial power that controlled this colony at the time. So yes.
Yeah, I remember Miss Yaya, she kind of fight and a couple others to make them have this hostel building because they said I'm a slave name and this and that, and then there's many other building structures that is still standing will remind us of this grim time that our people gone through. So why they not try why they make money off of that half of a week?
Well, what they have to do at the very least is to tell the truthful story, to represent to represent the fullness of it, and not to say sanitize it and put it up and just gloss over the fact that these represent a legacy of oppression, of enslavement, of evil done to mankind.
Yeah, and I think they should have highlighted and they showed the tourists it. And
well, we don't know. Again, it depends on what the tour guide is saying. You might have a tour guide that is not representing the fullness of what the story is, and then you might have some that are very conscious and are able to do it. I think it really varies. You cannot say that all the tour guides are just there telling half the story. What you are demanding is that the full story be told.
Correct. I'm wondering if there's some sort of like library or some places where we black people can go and find out some of our real truth history that concern Belize slaves.
So a lot of that requires work going into the archives. There's a lot of information there, but there have been several publications that have come out that have kind of done some of that work, and you can, I don't have a list here, but there's some very serious publications that have done a bit of that investigation and have reproduced those accounts about things that happened and what the reality was for enslaved people back in that time here in Belize when it was a colony.
I just strongly think that there should be some sort of compensation to us, the black remnants, the remnants of the slave, the remnants.
The person who I know to be leading our engagement in a way that is accountable and comprehensive is my sister Yaya Marin Coleman, whose engagement on the international level on this issue of reparation movement, the whole movement to repair, is one that you can engage the sister on. All right, she is really profoundly informed, far more than I am, to really engage on that issue.
All right, bro. Thanks for enlightening me a little bit upon
my lily bit. That's my lily bit. All right, respect.
Yeah, enough so far to help me a little bit. Thank you, bro.
All right, sir. Krem, good morning, WB.
Yes, Brother Mose.
Yes, sir.
This is for the brother that just came off the air. I'm not going to disrespect the brother, but to me seems like he's really behind time in as far as information is concerned, because we do have reparation movements throughout the world that is leading.
Yeah, I don't like how you put that though. It's never been.
Well, I'm just expressing myself. No, maybe I could have said it in a different manner, because based on his information that he don't know.
But I think I am pushing back on the judgmental part of it. Like you,
I'm not judging. I just said because he himself said he don't know. So I am saying that.
But are you saying that he's behind time? It's a very judgmental description of the brother. Like everybody in their own time, brother. He's seeking knowledge, and that is to be.
Well, make a take that back then.
All right.
Make a take that back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, I. He don't know. So to bring the brother up to speed, yes, brother. There's a lot of us revolutionary, African conscious black men and women who are striving to get the trillions and trillions of dollars that was robbed from us by way of bringing us from Africa, by way of taking away our diamonds, our gold, our uranium, etc., and knowledge, and bringing us to this part of the world. So we are fighting to get Europe, the Vatican, the United States, the Arabs to pay us back reparation. It's called reparation. And as far as the buildings is concerned, we have a lot of Belizeans that was not participating in slavery, that have a lot of the old, that owns a lot of the old colonial buildings. Remember, we was part of the British Crown, and a lot of the structures is fashioned after that, what we would call Victorian construction, but not necessarily that they was owned by any slave masters. We have a lot that, yes, was owned by slave masters, but we have a lot that is owned by Belizeans.
So as a tour guide, is this the story that you tell the visitors to a country when you are taking?
My description would be somehow in this fashion, Brother Mose. St. John Anglican Cathedral, established 1812, consecrated 1826, constructed with bricks, brought all the way from England as ballast on the sailboats. And by the way, it was built by slaves, overseas, of course, by the British colonialists.
Enslaved ancestors.
That is correct, you understand. So things of that magnitude, in as far as the governor general or the governor's mansion, which is today the House of Culture. Again, we have old remnants of slavery in the bottom there in the forms of old shackles. So I don't try to evade the fact that, yes, it is depicting colonialism and the suffering of our people. You understand? So you have to bring them up to speed with it.
Right.
Now, excuse me?
I said all right.
I'm not hearing you.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, in as far as some other guys is concerned, sometimes you don't want to elaborate too hard on the slavery thing because, you know, in this industry, Brother Mose, tip is a major part of the income of the industry. So some people doesn't really elaborate too much on it. Myself, you know, having 20 years in the industry, I would definitely navigate myself through it to make sure that, you know, that the history of our people is not lost, and at the same time for our guests to get a understanding of what slavery was like in the colonies compared to that which it was like in North America.
There's a name for that, you know, brother. That's called sugar coating.
Sugar coating? Well, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to be frank with you, Brother Mose.
Sometimes you have to...
No, sometimes you have to sugar coat because three things we was trained as tour guides not to dibble too much in. Politics, religion, and sports. So we don't really focus a lot once
But how does that which one of those categories does that fall into?
History.
But you said politics, religion, and sports.
And sport, yeah, we don't dibble too much in it. If they ask any question in that regard,
but I'm saying,
yes, we would answer.
But I'm saying that particular topic, which one of those three categories does it fall into?
What fall into?
You said that the tour guides are taught not to delve into three things: politics, religion, or sports. I've never heard that before. I've never been trained to be a tour guide before.
Those three areas
so I am
we
asking,
don't really elaborate too much on. The reason why, I will tell you why, Brother Mose.
No, I don't have the time for you to give me the whole background in that. I did just to try to get the understanding of, well, so then your argument will be logically concluded that you're saying that that area falls into one of those categories.
The area of say, for instance, politics would fall into a little bit of the historical aspect of your tour. So we do not elaborate on that too much. And as you know, the whole world today is kind of a powder keg once it comes to politics, especially North American politics. So we kind of brush that off.
Okay, well, I understand you don't volunteer to get involved with that. But if somebody says, sees the House of Culture and says, what's this place, whatever, is this is so beautiful, and this is where this is must have been such a beautiful time in Belize, you would say, for the sake of the tip, say it was it was a beautiful style, and keep it simple and keep it friendly and keep it sanitized, because we got to make the buck. I understand everybody's got to make a buck. We try to survive, trust me, but I'm just trying to get clear how you would. It's an interesting thing. The brother raised the point. I didn't even realize that. It was like, okay, I don't really know. I don't really know how our tour guides are really. So I'm glad you've called. I'm glad you've called, because I'm very intrigued now to know, okay, how you approach a situation like that.
Okay, well, make I tell you how it really works, Brother Mose and Belize. It all depends on your audience that you're dealing with, first of all. In my case, if I have a large, say, Afro-American audience that I'm toured, especially Belize City tour, the Cathedral, Isaiah Mortar bust, Philip Golson bust, Yabra, those would be part of my tour for the Afro-American audience or Caribbean audience.
Right.
For the European audience / Anglo-American.
You're going a different presentation for them.
Yes. All not leaving out the cathedral.
Okay.
Because the cathedral is very historical. And I'll share this information with you. Outside of Westminster Abbey in England, St. John's Anglican Cathedral is a cathedral that kings have been crowned at that cathedral. So it is very historical. And you might say, well, what kings? Yes, kings from the Mosquito Indian nations. Now, as you know, the Mosquito Indian, what we would call commonly as Waika. The Waika people was allied to the British. Their domain have been, from time immemorial, the border between Honduras and Nicaragua, called La Mosquitia, or the Mosquito Coast. And they was brought into Belize, their royalty, and was crowned at St. John's Cathedral.
All right.
So that is definitely a great part of my tour to mention about
thank you very much for sharing your knowledge and your experience, bro.
Very good. But let me say this, and then I'm
out of time, bro. We could always.
Hey, Brother Mose, thanks again, man. Thanks for your time, bro. All right. I'll call back tomorrow, man.
Got it. Yeah, man. We go to break and come back.
Life moves fast. Your connection should keep up. Need more credit? More data? A flex bundle that fits your lifestyle? With Smart Prepaid, they're a prepaid option for every lifestyle and budget, making it easy to stay connected wherever you are. Because with Smart Prepaid, you can connect on your terms. Purchase credit, data, flex bundles, prepaid plans, and all your favorite prepaid services at any Smart agent, Smart showroom, or simply dial *100# key. No stress, no waiting, just fast, easy, convenient ways to stay connected every day. Smart Prepaid. Connect on your terms.
Nokche Adventure Park came about from the birth of COVID. Everything was on pause for tourism. So we decided, let's do something different. We got 10 bikes, 10 ATVs, and we were just doing ATV tours. Shortly after, we were approached by the cruise lines. We agreed to work with them, and from them, it just started growing. We set up the chocolate tour first, and then from there, we went into the culinary experience at the different Mayan cultures. We have the gift shop, the cooking class, the shaman, and the healing, and it just all came together. When you reach a certain point, you need investors, you need partners to come into your business. Atlantic Bank just make it easy. Even my 7-year-old could do it.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Paperworks Entertainment and SJ Promotion presents the official Belizean Jamaican link-up, the Father's Day edition. It's an all-white day party on Sunday, June 21st at the Belize Airport Authority parking lot, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Featuring the international reggae dancehall singing sensation stage boss, Wayne Wonder. To mash up the stage alongside the General Super G for the first time in Belize, Steely Bashment plus Belize's top DJs. Get your general tickets for $60 and VIP for $150 at Madisco, Stone Music Outlet and VIP Wireless. And lock the date for the official Belizean Jamaican link-up all-white day party on Sunday, June 21st at the Belize Airport Authority parking lot, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Sponsored by...
This Mother's May, celebrate the woman who makes the house feel like home all month long. Great deals like 15% off bathroom and kitchen fixtures from Moen, Hansgrohe, and Duraflow. Plus 15% off Hispasensa tiles, Stormguard windows, and 40% off Sunlight windows. And 15% off Berger paints and huge savings on clearance colors. So come in to Habet and Abet or Brothers Abet, call us or WhatsApp us today and make this Mother's May one to remember. Happy Mother's Day to all marvelous moms.
All right, we got to thank you all for being here with us. Hope you have a great start to the week with health and strength. I come back tomorrow morning at 6:30 for the Tuesday morning edition of Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. Hope you have, again, a great start to your week. We got to thank the crew, Larry G at Creme Radio, Larry, New York Knicks G. Manina Hag Heaven, I wish you the glory with the Knicks here at Body Brown. To the team upstairs, the glue, Pacliff, and directing this morning, Mr. Holland Wagner. Elise, as always, stand strong, stand firm. For now, gone!
Wake up, Belize, we gotta keep moving. Wake up, Belize, wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize, wake up, Belize. Voice our opinion and place no calling. WB. Be yourself, see yourself, this is just show my people. Believe our hopes up to needless reason. Nobody feel left out, it's the vibe we're dealing. Let's find a solution, yeah. No respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people